Though she learned to drive as a teenager, most of her life, June had no need for an automobile, and most of her life she couldn't afford to own one. Upon entering college, a rusted old Buick convertible became her urban chariot, until the day it refused to start and disappeared a week later. Its squeaky, leaky, achy breaky, fumy with no zoomy, rent-a-dent, BYODT, bring your own duct tape condition, motivated her to continue studying philosophy. Why even bother to find out who towed it? Bread cast upon the water just got wet, and bread served with a dinner special usually got left as crust sticking out of cold mashed potatoes. She had no reason to file a police report, or to expect the patrolman who showed up at her door one day to inform her of the recovery of the stolen vehicle. The only things of value in the car were a paperback copy of Finnegan's Wake and a borrowed hardback of Fear of Flying. She had read both books, but the Erica Jong had one day plummeted from a hole in the floorboard during a parking maneuver in the rain. Kneeling in the gutter, she reached underneath and rescued it from a pothole-sized lake. Its owner wouldn't be too thrilled upon its return. June never went to the impound yard to claim her nonpareil. It did, however, prompt her to write a thesis titled 50 Ways to Spell Nietzsche, or Why I Just Can't. A critical dissertation on 20th century reasoning as defined by elements of dystopian ideologies and their resulting cultural ethics. The paper was marked clever, but incomplete. The professor must have driven a Volvo, or maybe he never had to wait tables. Wendell never called back, and June didn't care a rodent's ass. Deidre learned a lot from that phone call, and heeding Ms. McClunahan's observations, she scaled back her time with Jerry to see what would happen. The day His Highness disparaged June's character was the day Ms. Fashushka did not apologize for being impolite. There are countless ways to say,
"Fuck you, asshole!"
and as many ways to address that envelope, but rarely is there a more effective delivery than to unflinchingly give an asshole the eye, say,
"Fuck you, asshole!"
and walk away. Had David handled himself half as well, Goliath would have saved himself a mighty headache. When confronted about the situation, Big J gave Little D a hard, steely glare. She walked to the living room, fell into the comfy chair. A dark cloud filled the space, and her fingertips tapped out a telegraph of dejection. The little blonde felt very, very small. It took minutes, but she followed and entered the room at a distance.
June?
No answer.
June, are you angry with me?
No answer.
I don't know what you're thinking. Please say something.
We don't have a band.
But,
No, Dee, we don't have anything even resembling a band. Why did you do that?
Oh, gee.
Advancing to the couch, she sat and raked her hair back with fingers that pulled tightly against her skull.
June, you can kill me if you want, but... Gee whiz.
Gee whiz what?
I couldn't help myself.
But why?
I needed to do something.
But why that?
Because I am so sick of all the stuff I have to do at my job that makes no sense other than the big paycheck I get. It was just an idea.
Just an idea.
Okay, it was a joke. I did it as a joke. Just because I could do it and see what the hell would happen, okay?
You little whore.
Yeah. I'm a whore. I'm a Class A whore. And all I did was something I could do. I'm good at it, too.
She jumped up and marched around the room.
Do you understand? It's something I'm good at. I'm damn good at it. And for once, I'm gonna goddamn defend that, whether you or anyone likes it or not.
June stood up.
But why did you do that?
Because I could!
But, oh God.
She fell back into the cushions, speechless, limp, laughing.
June,
Deidre stopped marching and faced into the far corner. She threw her head back after a few seconds, trying to suppress the growing sense of merriment.
You sure know how to fuck things up, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do, don't I?
The girls held their heads and accepted the fucked up good luck charm of things. There was nothing moving out there, but something in the air was catching his attention. Too formless, he couldn't put his finger on it, but finally identified it as the sound of an engine rumbling from way off. It could have been anywhere, and it definitely wasn't a big diesel tractor that he heard. It was throatier, less stuttering, but it was anyone's guess as to its location. Eventually, the sound faded back into the quiet of day. On his way home, he stopped at the Dairy Queen for a sundae, and about halfway through the creamy confection, the rumble returned, this time much closer. He spied the dark shadow of a 1950s vintage car at an intersection 2 blocks down. It just sat there. Setting down the sundae and walking outside, he met a young boy on a bicycle. Together they watched the automobile loudly accelerate out of sight, out of earshot. The boy asked,
"Holy fireballs, Sheriff! What was that?"
Hooking thumbs on his belt, Roseman stared down the road. Stone-faced, he declared,
"Son, I don't rightly know, but I intend to find out. And I intend to find out real soon."